Hello and welcome back to another Career Chat bite-sized inspiration segment on the Transparent Nature podcast. For today's chat, we have none other than Javon Wooden. He is the CEO and founder of Bright Mind Consulting Group. So as we dive into today's episode, Javon, just say hello, what's up to the people?
What's going on, everyone? Hey, honored to be here, Prince. I'm super excited, man.
Man, thank you so much. Hey, so let's get into the chat. I believe that this career quote that I have today is really going to help our listeners just to really think about their career journey even further. The quote says this: "Opportunities don't happen, you create them," by Chris Grosser. What do you think about that, Javon?
Love that quote, first and foremost. Opportunities don't happen, you create them. And that resonates deeply with me. Just a little bit of my journey. Like, I'm from Rochester, New York, grew up in poverty, middle child of five. By all rights, all the cards were stacked up against me. I actually was facing 7 years in prison at 17 years old. God gave me a second opportunity. And with that, I created opportunity, right? I didn't really understand what skill sets I had until I took inventory. I sat and I was like, hey, you know what? I don't have a lot of money, but what do I have? I have intelligence. I have a heart. I care, right? I really put my all into everything. So what can I do? Join the military. The rest is history. You see the man that I am today. So I really, really
Man,
resonate with that opportunity. I believe that, as long as you do not stop movement and stop motion, intentional motion, that things will happen for you.
man, I believe that as well. For me, I had to create opportunities to get me to where I am today. And what I mean by that is just starting off, graduating high school and not really having a plan. But in the state of Tennessee, we have this program that started, Tennessee Achieves. And basically, we was able to go to school for free, the community college for free. And I took that opportunity, right? Well, let me say this: that opportunity was created, but after that, I really had to go in with the mindset that, you know what, I'm going to go to college and I'm going to allow this opportunity to lead me into other opportunities that I myself. But even beyond all of that, yes, we can create opportunities, but I also believe that my Father in heaven, he kind of helps me, lead me, guide me to opportunities where I'll be successful. So for those that are listening today, you want to take those opportunities that you have. There are opportunities, but you have to take the first step to say, you know what? I'm going to make this and take full advantage of opportunities out there. If you're, in a position where you're trying to get promoted, I think we've all been in that place, right, Javon? We want promotion, we seek promotion, or just greater job opportunities. Look, you gotta say, I'm going to start with updating my resume, right? And even though sometimes we're in a place where it's like, oh, I got to start this thing all over again. But you got to start somewhere, and you have to take it one step at a time.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love that you said you didn't really have a plan, because many of us, we don't know what we don't know. But the fact that
Mm,
you were willing to go out there and identify what was possible for you, that really is the spark, and that's usually the catalyst for most of us. Like, I was listening to a sermon. I attend Willard Baptist Church here in Houston, Texas, and the sermon was about how abundance can be provided in scarcity. And what the pastor was saying when he was talking about this was, oftentimes we see what we do not have, but we don't really understand that anything, no matter how low you are, the fact that you can be risen just because God decided to reach his hand down and touch you can change your whole dynamic. So we have to continue to move forward,
mm.
not pay attention to what we don't have, but understand that it is still possible for us. I mean, like I said, I sat in a jail cell. I sat in there for months waiting for the state to decide my fate. And my mom, like when I was there, I had a visit from her and my older sister, and I recall this like it was today. I went to that visitation room, went through the grading search and all that other stuff that happens when you're in prison, because you're really not the property of yourself. And it even tells you on the back of the shirt that you wear, property of
Mm,
X state. And I sat down and she
yeah.
told me, she said, you know what? I'm going to put the house up for you so you get a lawyer. Now, I didn't think about this then, but as I grew up and went into adulthood, I looked back at that and I said, you know what? If anything would have went wrong, my whole family would have been homeless. But for some reason, God put it on her heart to say, you know what? My child is worth this. And that gave me value. That showed me that I was worth more than whatever dollar somebody could place on my life. And that money is not what sets our value, and nor should it
Mhm.
set our goals.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that is powerful. I think for many people, they're in a place you mentioned, you see what you don't have, right? But I think a lot of people look at that and say, I don't have a car, I don't have a home, or I don't own my home, or I don't have X, Y, and Z. And as we think about this quote, right, you create opportunities because it won't be created. Like you have to take it into the realization that I have to advocate for me, right? I have to think of ways, think of ideas, think of opportunities that's going to move me to the goals, the dreams, the aspirations that I have for myself. So, Javon, thank you so much for this quick career chat. I want to encourage our listeners, be intentional about your career growth, be intentional about where you want to be, where you want to go, and how you want to grow. That's it for today's career chat. Thank you so much, and tune in and listen in on the full episode with Javon. He's gonna give us some really great insights. So thank you so much. Y'all have a good one. Today's episode is brought to you by Halo Vision Media, a visual media agency based in Memphis, Tennessee. Halo Vision Media specializes in high quality content designed to elevate your brand and help you stand out in a competitive market. Whether you need a podcast or talk show recordings, enhanced online courses, or even a polished commercial, Halo Vision Media has you covered. For professional, reliable media services, check them out today at www.halovisionmedia.com or check the link within the description below.